Hey guys, King of Charmas here. To be your judge, your jury, and your analyst, and today I bring to you the strongest ABB team for Open Great League as of right now. Statistically, this team made a 582.9 rating on pvpoke.com, which is pretty ridiculous considering it's double grass in the back. So the reason why this really weirds me out is because, yeah, ice is a lot less prominent. However, it's Jump Bluff. This is Stunfisk, Jump Bluff, Trevenant. And it's very bad because there's a lot of things that could beat your back row, and this team isn't, like, grass isn't really a very it was good early on, like with Venusaur, etc. However, with too many things like ice types, like you don't see Bama, but Bama's, I've seen up Shadow Bama. Walreins are still out there, and just a lot of things like Azu with ice types, with ice type moves, there's a lot of ice coverage out that can possibly take you out. Not only that, Jump Bluff with Fairy Wind does get destroyed by things like Bastiodon, and G-Fisk also gives you a hard time. So with this team, Stunfisk is your lead, Trevenant's your safe switch, and you only throw Jump Bluff into things that it's positive. Most of the time, you'll see me just summon Jump Bluff as a safe switch, just so that Trevenant can close out with 2 shields. So either sack G-Fisk in the lead, or you just safe switch into Jump Bluff and hope you can come out with some kind of win con. That's pretty much what it is, and then Trevenant safe shields in the back. But before we get started, it's going to be my therapist mental health tip of the day. And for today, since I am talking about, well, you know, I'm getting pretty sick of lag. So here's, yeah, I'm getting really sick of lag, actually. I should theoretically be legend right now. However, I lost a ton of 5-0s and 4-1s early on because of all the lag. So because of that, I should either be close to legend, but now I've dropped all the way to 2400 because I'm making content. So I don't consistently use my best teams because I'm trying to make content. So I just can't, but that's okay. But generally when I use teams for content, for some stupid reason, I generally won't do super well for some odd reason. But in order to make me cope with with this thing, again, you can skip this by going 2 minutes ahead of the video, or you can go ahead and just go straight to the chapters, which is why I put chapters. But this is about CBT. So CBT is cognitive behavioral therapy, which is a really popular therapy modality. So if you go to therapy, you might have your therapist doing CBT on you. And it works by identifying, tackling, and changing unhelpful thinking so that your mindset, behaviors, and overall well-being improve with practice. So even like, yeah, this like, you literally modify your behavior and mindset. For example, you think you can't make legend. Yes, you can make legend, and that's how CBT works. So check out this article below. But without further ado, this is the strongest ABB team for Open Great League, and let's get started. Alright, here are the battles. So this team is, like I said, I don't really like this team a lot. Double grass is really weird, especially with Jump Bluff. I have no idea how this is the strongest team, literally statistically, the last time Open Great League came out. As you see, we got A9 and a G-Fisk. Our opponent swaps out, and my brain is like, wait, what? Why? And we get a Sableye. So I could swap into Jump Bluff. However, I'm just going to go straight Earthquake here, and then I'm going to swap out. If this goes through, it goes big damage. If not, I will take a Shield. So rather come out with Shield advantage, because we can already live a couple of charms from that A9 anyways. And now we got a Sableye onto Jump Bluff. Jump Bluff is very bulky, so it should be able to live Foul Play or even a return. But I'm banking my opponent's going to try to bait because they're already down a shield. They shield Acrobats, and my brain is like kind of like, why? Because you can live 1, especially in like the green. But they really want Switch here, so I'm unsure of why they want it so badly. Because even though A9, you win back alignment, A9 doesn't have shields. Acrobats goes through, and I win Switch anyways. So my opponent made a terrible miscalculation. They had to literally return through shields to take me out. I send in G-Fisk because of the fact that I already know Ninetales is going to come in, and with 2 shields, my freaking Trevenant is like unstoppable. 2 shield Trev is just as well, not just as dangerous as an A9, but I mean as a Swampert with 2 shields, but it's pretty dang close. As you see here, all I have to do is literally take out this A9, farm it down, and then ball out for the dub, or my opponent tops left, saves us time, and thank God they do, because I don't like spending time in Go Battle League. I've come to a point playing this game where I really don't care about Legend, and I'm probably just going to do battles for content. And until Legend becomes something that, like, you give me something more than Stardust, I'm not going to play it. Just because of how godforsakenly broken the game is right now. I should theoretically be Legend already, but because of the game costing me so many 5-0s and 4-1s, it's like, no, I'm not even complaining. Like, I misplay. Yes, I misplay. Yes, I make mistakes. But holy freaking crap. The amount of elo I've lost because of stupid stuff like charge move buttons disappearing, or just the game lagging mid-game where it pauses and it just lets and it just racks up the damage. I've lost so much elo that I'm so sick of it already. As you see, we got a mirror match with Stunfisk, and I bait my opponent perfectly, but unfortunately, yeah, it's just, when you get the Stunfisk mirror, basically, whoever baits who wins, and then at the end of the day, whoever wins CMP for Earthquake is the one that wins the match, or if they try to catch. So they catch with a Tropius, but this is perfectly fine. If Tropius absorbs energy, that's okay, because all I have to do is get my energy back. All I have to do is just run back up to Earthquake, and then I'm going to send in Jump Bluff. Jump Bluff doesn't die to one Aerial Ace, just because Aerial Ace is one of the worst moves in Pokemon Go PvP is Aerial Ace. But yeah, for next season, or even further seasons, I'm not going to go after Legend. I'm just going to do my battles. I would much rather do something else with my time. The only reason I'm still battling is because I make content. But like, after making Legend literally almost every season and making it with unique teams and having claim to fame as one of the few to make it with a unique team, like with Hydreigon, like I'm the only person in the world that's done that in season 1. Like it's time, y'all. It's time for me to do other things other than like I'll make rank 20 still. I'll still make rank 20, but other than that, I'm pretty done. I'm pretty finished because it's obviously never going to be fixed. And it's... oh, man. If it was fixed already, I would already be... time would have been... I don't like wasting my time, basically. As you see here, I already have an Earthquake queued, so all I have to do is fire the Seed Bomb. Remember I have that Earthquake queued? I'm going to combo breaker my poor opponent, and then this 69420 Earthquake from California will yeet this freaking Medicham XL from the face of the freaking Pokemon world. And that's GG's. So as you see, pretty sweet combo, went in, destroy, absolutely, even though my opponent caught the Earthquake with a Tropius, I was still able to just get back your energy. If you can stay in the matchup, get back your energy and then just go ahead and swap out because you can get it back. Toxapex on the G-Fisk. You don't exactly have to switch out of this matchup, and my opponent makes this really interesting play. So as you see here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to not shield this Sludge Bomb. I should be able to live it. As you see, Jump Bluff is super thick, but my opponent does something strange. They actually won't shield this Acrobats, and my brain is like, why? So as you see, Acrobats goes through, and then I'm able to farm down a Venusaur. This is absolutely terrible for our opponent. I'm not sure why you would send in Venusaur. Maybe it was a miss-swap. Maybe they just really have nothing for Jump Bluff. Or their idea is to farm me down with their Toxapex, which is happening right now. Toxapex is really good. However, the problem with Toxapex, it loses to a lot of ground. Without Muddy Water, you can't create all the debuff plays that would net you win conditions versus a lot of other things. Not saying it's not bad, but Brine without the ability to debuff kind of sucks. Because Brine, as you see, only does 20% of G-Fisk's HP. The only saving grace for our opponent is that they were able to farm down my Jump Bluff to oblivion, so my poor aerial Pom-Pom Destroyer isn't exactly doing this justice here. As you see, it's able to live an entire freaking Earthquake, but it still does about 80% of its HP, so still not comfortable for the person using the Toxapex. And then I'm going to fire this next Rock Slide. Our opponent tries to catch on this Digger Bee, but it really doesn't matter at this point. Toxapex is so hurt. I have shield advantage with my Trevenant, so in the 2-to-1s, Trev comfortably will win straight Seed Bomb. And if it's 2-2s, yes, I will lose this matchup, but again, in the 2-to-1s, I'm perfectly fine. Plus Trevenant, all I have to do is just double up on expend both my shields, double up on Seed Bomb, and I win the match. Just because of the fact that Trevenant wins CMP against both this Diggersby as well as Toxapex. Like I mentioned, Toxapex is good, but the reason you don't see it running around so much in Open Great League is because it can die to a lot of things. So, yeah, G-Fist beats it, Starmie beats it. Swampert, you'll probably see a lot of Swamperts. Instead of them running Sludge Wave, you can bank on them running Earthquake just for Toxapex, and Toxapex just takes heavy damage. So as you see here, they try to send in Toxapex to try to take me out. I will shield this. All I have to do is double up on Seed Bomb, and there's no way my opponent has enough energy to go ahead and finish me off. So all I have to do is comfortably farm down here. I send in G-Fist just to be a little fancy, but I should be fine here because our opponent has to expend their energy here. I'm going to fire Rock Slide and just put this in base. I'm just going to put this in kill range. As you see here, they fire this, but I wouldn't CMP, so it doesn't really matter. So I wouldn't CMP in the back. I just sent in G-Fist because there's no point in keeping it alive. I could have done double Seed Bomb. I literally could have just double Seed Bomb my way to victory, but hey, you know what? Might as well. Seed Bomb goes off, takes out the Diggersby, but might as well go for the safer win condition. If you have multiple win conditions, go with the safer one to avoid lag. Now, I complain in Bee's Knees about lag all the time, but yeah, they're the only game where you have to really worry about, like, that happening. And now we have a Altaria lead and a victory bell, and my brain is like, oh, so this is why Jump Left. So even though Jump Left's Fairy Wind is resisted, the thing about it is Acrobats charges so quickly, and those Razor Leafs aren't doing anything. I'm going to shield the first move here, though. Even if it isn't Acid Spray, I don't want to get Sludge Bombed, which, as you see, just manifests its way to victory, and I hate Shadow Victory Bell in general. I'm going to fire this Acrobats. My opponent's probably going to let this Victory Bell go unless they really want to go down 2 shields. And then they're going to send in that Altaria. So this is a good idea by my opponent, or they have a stronger matchup against Jump Left. That's why they're just letting go to Victory Bell. But since you're a Shadow Victory Bell user, I just don't think you have enough. I don't think you have a strategy to begin with. If you have a Tap Mons are the... What's sad is that someone won Tap Worlds with a Tap Bomb, but Tap Moms are the reason why this game has the bad stigma of tap, because those Pokemon exist. If Tap Mons didn't exist and there were more mechanics in the game, this game would be a lot more competitive. But unfortunately, Pokemon Go PvP just really isn't that competitive. In the holistic sense, a game where you have probably tens of thousands of players, if that much, like, I would like to see how many people play this game daily as far as PvP goes, because it can't be more than, I would say, 10, 20,000. At least 10, 20,000. Otherwise, there'd be more people on the leaderboard, or definitely a lot more people playing the game. At least PvP wise. But I can probably bank that PvP doesn't have, like, Apex and League of Legends has millions of players playing. That's competitive. 20,000? No. I don't know if that's competitive. I mean, yeah, I'm just putting that out there. But as you see here, just pretty general match. The reason I'm just using Dead Air is because all you have to do is just make sure you enter your energy and you take out that stupid pineapple. Well, it's not a pineapple, it's Venus Flytrap, but yeah. And now we got G-Fisk on a G-Fisk, and I don't know why my opponent swapped out of here. If you get the yeah, that was a really bonehead move, unless they, like, because the thing about it is, when it comes to the G-Fisk versus G-Fisk mirror match, whoever loses the mirror will likely lose the match because of alignment. As you see, they send in their Force Swampert against my Jump Left, and I just destroy it with Energy Ball. This is why. Now I can just chip away at this Stunfisk and put it in Earthquake range. And I have Trevenant in the back. That's the first time this is literally the first time I've seen it, like, since Season 2, that I've seen someone immediately swap out of a G-Fisk mirror match. You never swap out of the G-Fisk mirror match. You play it out, try to catch something to one of your Mons, or you try to win the mirror match outright. It is not worth giving up switchover because this happens. Just because alignment matters too much in Pokemon Go PvP, especially when you have a hard win matchup like Jump Left versus Swampert. Especially if it's walled, because like I mentioned before, most Swamperts aren't running Sludge Wave nowadays. They're actually running Earthquake, and our opponent just tops left because they made a vital mistake. I hope y'all enjoyed the battles. This is the most powerful ABB team for Open Great League as of right now. And that's game. I hope y'all enjoyed the battles. Yeah, this team is, as you see, this team is really weird. It really is. So if you lose the lead against Sack G-Fisk, or what you're going to do is you're going to save switch into Jump Left or Trevenant. Jump Left isn't really a great save switch, but against matchups, like you saw how much it yeeted Venusaur to existence, it can do very, very well. But other than that, yeah, this double ABB team is really weird just because one Ice type in the back can ruin your entire day. So it's still really good though. With Walrein being nerfed, you won't see a lot of Walreins in the back, but I saw one Walrein today, so I could be wrong, or that's just the nature of Go Battle League. Either way, I hope y'all are enjoying Season 12. There's still plenty of time to make Legend. I literally have tanked all the way back to Veteran, just because, like I mentioned before, when I do battles for content, for some odd reason, I do very bad. Like, I go like 2-3, or like, I just don't do well. or the game lags. Like today I lagged like twice for stupid like technical errors. Like, yeah, I just don't know. And then that cost me, instead of going 3-2, I went 1-4, which can matter a lot. So it's just such a huge waste of time that next season, I don't care if it's legend or not, I'm going to make rank 20 and just make battles for content. So if you want to unsubscribe, you can go ahead. However, if you do follow me and you do follow my stuff, I do appreciate y'all. So like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. I really do appreciate y'all that do, and those that don't stay with me even without, like, I just don't have anything left to prove. And it's literally the same dang thing. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on Scarlet and Violet versus Go Battle Lag. But I hope y'all enjoying the season. Hopefully y'all already made Legend to reach their goals. So with that being said, good luck on your Go Battle League sets, and I will see y'all on the next video.
That I made, all the things that I have craved, these are what I could achieve.